No, you can't touch me. You can't touch me. Get down on the ground. Get on the ground.
Newly released body cam video shows a Los Angeles County deputy slamming a woman to the ground. Investigators say they encountered a man and woman matching the description of robbery suspects. The woman seen in the video was initially filming deputies as they cuffed the man. As deputies attempted to detain her, the situation escalated. After throwing the woman to the ground, one of the deputies can be heard yelling, quote, "Stop, or you're going to get punched in the face," before pepper spraying and handcuffing her.
Oh, no.
The video that is being filmed from the car, I was on my knees in the passenger seat, and I just couldn't believe my eyes. I was just so upset.
I want to make it clear to all of our community that this investigation is to objectively, and I do repeat, objectively, determine if the force used was reasonable, if it was necessary, if it was appropriate, and proportional to the level of actions that were described.
QCN News Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rose here joins me now in the studio. And Khalif, obviously a lot to unpack here. We want to start with this. Did that officer have the proper clearance to detain her?
Well, I mean, I think that's a great place to start. Obviously, the video is disturbing. We were discussing in the back that kind of reminded us of the Rodney King incident. I think it starts with the call first. All reports were that the 911 call was saying that, listen, this is a robbery in progress. And so do they have an ability to detain an individual when they suspect that a crime is occurring? Yes. In the beginning of the video, they get there and they detain the first individual. Now, this other woman, they mentioned that there were 2 robbery suspects, and I quote, robbery suspects. Doing that, believed that there was another person. They had authority to detain her. The manner in which she detained, I think that may be what we have a longer question for. As you saw, Sheriff Luna said, we'll have a thorough investigation and figure out that they follow the actual protocol and policy for sure.
Yeah, going to be a long investigation here. The woman suspected in the robbery, but if you're a bystander, what are your rights when it comes to filming a police officer?
And I think that's a great question. If she was a bystander, she was 100% within her right to stand there and film. You just can't be impeding or interrupting the investigation, and if they ask you to move, you have to move back outside of that investigation area. And typically, in these types of trainings where you know your rights, if you're filming and they go to grab your phone, in that incident, that's not the proper place to dispute that. While she may have been within her right to be there as a bystander, if an officer is going for your phone, attempting to grab your phone, and you pull away or you turn, they may imply that as an attempted threat. And so while I do believe that did not occur in this situation, most of the time you're informing someone to not attempt to pull away, even if they are not justified. The reason is because you can catch another charge, as she did in this situation. They charged her with additional resisting arrest.
Yeah, tensions running high, but the video also tells a pretty good story here. Protests have broken out in the L.A. area. What kind of civil case does the woman have in the video here?
I mean, if I'm looking at this case, the very first thing I'm doing is I want to see what their policy says. Does your policy have something laid out for how you encounter an individual that is recording? And did the individual follow that policy? That's the very first step. The second thing you have to jump over is the hurdle of something called implied immunity. Officers have this extra protection, this extra shield, just based on the type of work that they do. That civil litigation is extremely hard. That's why when we see these videos play out, it's rare that you see a civil lawsuit that plays out with a win for a victim in her case. But it does happen. I believe once everything comes out that, A, this was not a robbery. It may have or may not have been shoplifting at the very most, but not a robbery. If I'm thinking a robbery, I'm thinking there's arms involved. There's some type of scuffle. The guy was sitting down holding the cake in his hand. You would not have expected that to occur with the lady ending on the ground getting pepper sprayed.
You don't expect those type of things when you come up, but there's a lot of stuff you're going through in your heads during that time.
For sure. And I mean, we all can Monday morning quarterback it, right? But that's why you have policies. That's why you train for these incidents. And so I appreciate this newly elected sheriff. He's only been on the job for 7 months, and he's walking into this. So for sure, I appreciate him saying we'll do a thorough investigation, and we'll make sure that we figure out exactly what happened and if any policy or procedure was broken. And I'm sure that something was broken in that video.
Transparency also very helpful in this. All right, Khalif Rhodes, thank you very much for joining us on that.